Welcome to season 2, episode 6 of Sports Talk with BT and Suvi. Oh god, this is very, very weird. I don't know what happened to
Try
StreamYard.
fixing it again.
No,
I'll
whatever.
tell
We're
you
live.
what. All
We're
right.
live. There's nothing we can do. Hey,
There
no,
you go.
that's a little better.
Yeah.
A lot less empty space. So how's your week,
BT,
Stu?
we got a jam-packed episode today.
Yeah, new sport starting. It's
Mm-hmm.
completely not talking about the baseball playoffs that are currently happening. Go Braves, baby. Let's go.
Dodger, baby. You're
It's
a Cubs
Braves.
fan, remember?
Hey, money's on the Braves. You know,
Okay, buddy. Okay.
Stevie, how many lock of the week points you at?
I'm at 22.
22. Sorry, I have to get this scroll on the bottom here. There you go. Back on top, baby.
That's what happens when you be safe the whole time, BT.
Hey, not this week. We'll get into that later. All right, to kick us off, we're gonna go over our recaps. Oh, shut up the Mets.
Jets, Jets.
I said the Mets, but
Same thing.
let's
Same
get
thing,
this.
brother. Same thing. Same thing.
Let's get
brother.
this thing shared real quick. All right. I guess it's the first thing here. My Oklahoma Sooners are back in the win column, win their first SEC game of the SEC life, and it was never in doubt once, Stu. Right?
I'm with my internet right now.
You're still on the stream, buddy.
What is happening?
Anyways,
Okay, my internet
it was never in doubt once.
Yeah, okay, buddy.
Oklahoma miraculously comes back with Sooner magic in the fourth quarter. 17 unanswered points.
MVP of this fucking game.
Yeah, as you can see, probably that play. Kip Lewis, SEC Defensive Player of the Week. If you would have told me back in 2021 that Oklahoma would already have 3 SEC Defensive Players of the Week in their first 5 weeks in the SEC, I wouldn't have believed you. I'm going to be honest. Michael Hawkins proved he's quarterback 1. Uh-oh. Did the breaking news happen?
What?
Oh, he said uh-oh, like something happened. Okay.
Who said uh-oh?
Whatever. So
What?
Michael Hawkins goes 10 for 15, 161 yards, 10.7 on average, which, I mean, you're not going to say that's not a good stat line, but given our quarterback situation the last couple weeks, I consider this a good stat line. No turnovers, played a clean game, and you won the game. Michael Hawkins is also your leading rusher with one electric play to start his career, I will say.
Yeah, your rushing touchdown.
Yes. We look faster than Kyler Murray out there. I'm going to be honest. It's not a big game. What?
Oklahoma played really good. Not disagreeing with you on that. Excuse me. But one can't overlook the fact that Peyton Thorne, threw that pick and he missed a lot of wide open throws against Oklahoma.
That's because the pressure we put on him.
I know, but still, I don't
Especially
know.
the second half.
Throw it away instead of throwing it, because he forced that throw.
He did. But that's because of the pressure of the moment. Oklahoma just came back, scored the touchdown. Like I said, Oklahoma didn't turn the ball over. Billy Bowman probably had his best game of the season with 8 tackles. Shout out to R. Mason Thomas, another 2-sack game, our lean sack getter. Former Iowa State commit. Stole on signing day. Oh, man.
I mean, you didn't even say thank you.
I mean, the money does.
Yeah, money does talk.
And, hey, it's working. Like I said, Kip Lewis, probably the defensive MVP for Oklahoma for me here. He, of course, got the game-winning play that secured the win, essentially. And my offensive MVP with only 7 total people on offense recording stats. I'm pretty sure My offensive MVP is going to be Michael Hawkins. Also, give a shout out to that offensive line. They didn't have any penalties for the first time in a long time. So, if you could see here, there's only 7 people that recorded offensive stats for Oklahoma.
That's wild.
I'd say defensively, Auburn did catch a lot of 50-50 balls, but I mean, they're called 50-50 balls for there's nothing. No matter how good a defense you play, they're going to catch them.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Oklahoma moves to 4-1. Obviously, they're on bye this week, but next week is the big game. Oh God.
You scared? You nervous?
Yeah, I don't have a good feeling. Guess we'll go to this one next. There you go, Stu.
Yes, sir. So
Never in doubt in the first half.
yeah, we had a very, very bad first half. Offensively, I should say. Defensively, like just to summarize the game defensively, we look like one of the best defenses in college football. Which
Who's
I mean,
better?
statistically, we are top like five, I think. But our defense looked amazing this game. Our offense looked really shaky to begin with, but in the second half, we kind of found a rhythm.
You know what would be entertaining?
Jaden Higgins, his 5th or 6th straight game with a touchdown catch, which is currently the longest in college football, and is a school record for Iowa State.
Oh man,
Abu Sama finally,
he's back.
Well, I mean, to be fair,
They found him.
To be fair, like 73 yards of that or 77 yards of that was on one play.
They found him off the milk carton.
Yeah, but could you go to the box score real quick?
Yep.
I just want to say this, our pass defense, outstanding.
Yeah, held him for 71 yards.
Yeah.
And they even benched him.
Yeah.
Yikes.
I think we have honestly one of the better running back rooms in the country. I mean, we have a three RB punch. Abu is kind of like our.
Which one's the worst one?
The worst one. If I had to put them in order right now, okay.
I think I know which one's last.
Jalen, Abu, and Carson. But skill wise, I think it's Abu, Jalen, Carson.
Poor Carson.
It's kind of weird because Abu Sama is our leader in rush yards. Jalen Jackson is our leader in carries, our yards per carry, and then Carson Hansen is our leader in touchdowns. But just a very not clean game offensively, but defensively we're outstanding. Getting those turnovers, majority of Snead's runs were off of 3 plays, or majority of their big plays were runs, and it's kind of weird because it's you ever try that Madden or college football Madden stuff where you run to one side and you loop around and then run to the other side? That's what happened majority of the time on their big plays. Other than that, they didn't really get past the 50-yard line, BT.
You want to know
our
what
defense
would be
was really
entertaining matchup?
good.
Oklahoma, Iowa State in the Alamo Bowl.
Bruh.
Okay, if you were to bet, what would be a more high-scoring game, Army and Navy or Oklahoma, Iowa State?
High-scoring game, dude.
The fact that this is even a question shows how bad our offenses are.
Yeah, I mean, it's what worries me, honestly, to begin the season is Rocco Beck in the first half. Oof. He really hasn't been too good in the first half this year, but second half he's been really good. So,
looking at your schedule, you got a very favorable schedule up to the last 2 weeks.
We do, but you know how Iowa State plays against lower ranked teams.
Maybe Texas Tech's your toughest, because
maybe.
But if you're playing 2 teams that lost to Colorado,
but right now we're looking pretty good defensively. Outstanding. I'm so happy with our defense. Jeremiah Cooper and John Tez Williams doing their things.
He missed a field goal. He missed a field goal.
He missed I forgot how long it was. It was like a 27-yarder.
Oh, he's no longer the man on campus.
Yeah, it's crazy, but yeah, I'm very happy with how we played. I mean, offensively, not what we want, but what do we always say, BT? A win's a win. Defense looked really good, and yeah, I'll take it.
I feel
We
like
just got
offense is very easy to fix in the season compared
yeah,
to
yep, for
defense.
sure, yep,
So
100%. I'd rather have a complete defense and a mid offense,
yes,
especially in the Big 12.
we're not going to show this on screen, but give an honorable mention to Kentucky for upsetting Ole Miss and
Yeah,
Stuvie's Heisman front runner last week, Jackson Dart.
he didn't do too bad.
Uh, But he didn't play like a Heisman front runner because he lost to Kentucky.
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
Kentucky just something. They just play good against ranked teams, I guess.
all right, so that moves us on. Let's just do this one because it's next in the list because it was also a very defensive game. Penn State beats Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
To be expected. I think they did cover. I don't know what the spread ended up being.
New Penn State by like 17.
Oh, 20. No, never mind. They did not cover.
Yeah.
Um, Illinois scored the first touchdown. I was like, oh, this might be a game. And then Penn State's defense came to play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I mean, like we both knew this would be like a pretty good game. It was a very defensive game. Only
Yes.
4 touchdowns. Um, wasn't this their whiteout? You said.
Uh, they can't. It's not their official whiteout, but they encouraged
Mhm.
students to wear all white
Yeah.
because they have something with with an NHL team that
Mm-hmm.
they can only have one whiteout a year. I read something about that.
Yeah. Penn State's run game absolutely dominated.
Yes, yes. Allen
Average.
and Singleton.
Yep. Average 5.4 yards per carry as a team.
Yes.
The lack of production from Drew Allaire.
Well, I mean, is that really their? Are they just trying to
He
run the
didn't.
ball?
Yeah, I guess, but
Because they only did throw it 21 times. So
yeah. I mean, at least he's consistent. But you'd like to
I
see,
think they're trying to do like a Michigan type offense from last year.
McCarthy
From
type.
watching,
Yeah.
where they're not going to have them throw as
Hmm.
much, and just you have two really good
Yeah.
running backs.
Yeah. I mean, like last year he had a really really good year.
And this
And
wasn't Penn State's best game. And
yeah,
I do
for
have a
sure.
theory. If you look at their schedule here, I don't think you're going to see Penn State's best game. Maybe 2 weeks, but they
Yeah.
didn't look very good this
Hmm.
week. Maybe they're just holding their best game for 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Which, if you look on their schedule right here, it is Ohio State. So
Yeah. It doesn't like they did a really good job on defense though.
yes, they
Luke
did.
Altmaier threw his first interception of the season. They held their leading receiver Pat Bryant to only 2 catches, and that's how you win games. Their kicker missed a field goal, I guess. But yeah, Penn State good defensively, good game. Yeah,
All right. As I'm scrolling here, shout out Arizona beating Utah. Well,
yeah,
that
but I
does
mean,
this.
I wouldn't put too much hype into it. Isaac Wilson had a bad game.
Yeah,
Um,
but still, you got to give them a shout out. It's a
yeah,
top 10
yeah, you
victory.
have to. I mean,
And given how their season started,
yeah, I mean, it's just it would look more impressive if Cam Rising was healthy.
all
Um,
right.
Fifita hasn't really been
Yeah, no.
that impressive.
I
McMillan
think
hasn't
Jed
really,
Fish was their head coach was the reason they were that good
yeah, and
because
McMillan
they
really
didn't lose
hasn't,
anybody or
yeah, McMillan really hasn't had a good season, and even their defensive back Takario Davis, like, yeah,
all right.
we
Notre
talked our
Dame.
shit, and he came to
He,
play. BT,
yes, he did. He did. Notre Dame beats Louisville and keeps their playoff hopes alive.
mm-hmm.
Unfortunately,
Yeah,
Tyler Shug. I mean, he played a pretty decent game besides that one terrible interception.
mm-hmm. No, I
Um,
just think Riley Leonard just came to play, and
yep, he pulled them for victory. He tried their best to pull them to victory.
yeah.
I mean, they had a 24-14 lead at half,
Mm-hmm.
so I don't
It
know if
was
they
just a
let.
very good game.
Yeah, it was.
They lost 2 fumbles as a team
Yes.
that probably didn't help, or Louisville did
I wasn't
anyway.
really watching this game because Obviously, Oklahoma was playing at the same time as this.
Yeah. But I'm just looking at stats. But I mean, Notre Dame. I mean, they have a. Oh, that's probably
Yeah,
one of their
well,
toughest games
yeah, that's probably the last game we're probably going to talk about for a while.
until USC. Yeah.
Maybe 3 weeks. Guess who they play?
Georgia Tech,
No,
Navy.
Navy, Army. They play them
Yeah.
both. That's an
You know
uh-oh.
how crazy it would be if a fucking Navy school made the playoffs?
A fucking. I mean, I want to kind of want to talk about. They have a favorable thing here.
Yeah.
With you can't leave the service academies early.
Yeah.
You can't go to the NFL. You can't transfer.
I mean, you can go to the NFL like
I
as it
mean,
after
yeah,
but then you
but
have to
you
go
can't
back.
make NIL. So if kids want to
Yeah.
go there, they have to go
Mhm.
there,
Yeah.
and they can't leave.
Yep.
Obviously, especially with a weekend American Athletic Conference, and both of
Mhm.
those teams being in the same conference. Not so much for Air Force though. Poor Air Force
Yeah.
can't get out of that. Should we talk about
That what?
the conference realignment news that's kind of broken? 'Cause I don't
Oh
feel
my
like
gosh.
okay.
I mean, let's talk about the other
Yeah, we'll talk about the other game and then we'll get into
first, and
this
then we'll
because
get into
there's so
conference
much.
realignment, and then we'll preview.
Big shout out to Kansas State. I know you don't want me to say this, but Kansas State did look really good against Oklahoma State, and
Yeah.
Oklahoma State, your season is over. I mean, there's
Bro,
no
dude,
other polite way to say it.
dude, Ollie Gordon,
Gone.
his fall off needs to be studied.
And then one more game to shout out before we talk about this last game and probably the game of the year.
What a fucking game!
Boise State. I want to give one last shout out to Boise State and Ashton Ginty.
Oh my god, so good. He's
Dog.
so good.
He's gonna win the Heisman. If he
Yeah,
continues at the pace he is, which is to break Barry Sanders' records, he's gonna win the Heisman. And I mean,
yep.
All right. Where is it at? Game of the year. And what I say was gonna happen. Jalen Milroe is gonna cement his Heisman lead this game.
A cool, like a crazy fact, right? So, I think what was the score at half? 20.
I think it was 30-7.
30-7. All right. After the Iowa State, I was watching the Iowa State game and this game simultaneously, like one on my phone or one on my computer, one on my TV, and this game was 30-7. Okay, so I was like, oh, I'm just gonna fucking leave now, go to the bars, have a good night. I get to we go to my friend's, my Brody's friend's house, his roommate's girlfriend's house or whatever, and the score is like Alabama's winning. I'm like, what?
Well, you mean Georgia?
It was crazy, and or Georgia was winning. My bad.
I was
like, what the fuck happened?
Honestly, I was watching. I was like, I wasn't paying attention because I was like, oh, it's 30-7. I'm gonna play him. I'm gonna play college football 25, and then I had
BT was texting me. BT was texting me, while BT or Bama was, playing good in the first half, and Jalen Milroe, hell of a fucking game, dude.
What'd I say? I had money.
You just said it. Yeah.
I had money on Jalen Milroe over rushing yards, over passing yards, and anytime touchdown. Won a bunch of money.
Very impressive. But you know who impressed me more?
The 17-year-old man who was born in 2007.
It's crazy how good he is already.
Dude, and think you have 3 more. You have 2.5 more years of him in college.
Yeah, it's crazy because he's so young. Like when he gets drafted, he's gonna be like
he might be number one pick
into the draft at 20.
Are you witnessing Sylvie get murdered live on the
podcast? No, but it's crazy because he's so young and he's so good already. I've seen things he could be the next generational receiver. So
he could be the next Amari Cooper, Julio Jones.
Devontae Smith. He's putting up almost exactly the same number that Devontae Smith did since his Heisman
dare
season.
I say he looks like Calvin Johnson?
Maybe. It's crazy, dude. Like, he's so good. I'm so looking forward to watching him.
You know,
And here, what's the crazy part? He's only 17. He can still
yes.
grow, and he's 6 foot.
Speaking of the NFL draft, I don't think Carson Beck's the number one quarterback anymore.
Yeah, he's definitely
He's definitely dropped after that performance.
well, like you got to look at it like this, okay? So Georgia, Carson Beck was probably considered the best quarterback in
Yes.
the country in the draft.
Not
For the
anymore.
start of the season, but 2 straight games where he hasn't really. I mean, he put up good passing yards, but the
This,
3
this,
touchdowns, 3 picks cancel out. I mean,
yeah, this quarterback class just keeps getting weaker and weaker.
yeah. I mean, the only consistent one, in my opinion, Cam Ward, maybe. Shador. Shador's been backing his
He
stats up,
has.
but
I don't know if should have off the field issues.
oh yeah, but like, let's just say that
At this point,
you take that off the field stuff in. He's a
yeah,
top 10 pick.
Quinn Ewers' health is just not
Yeah.
there.
Mhm.
I don't think. I mean, maybe the Steelers need him. I don't know.
I don't know after this week.
All right. I guess we're gonna have to talk about the conference realignment news.
Crazy news, BT.
Oh my God! Did we talk about the Pac-2 expanding last week?
I don't think we did a deep
All right.
dive.
It's what? San Diego State, Colorado State. Who else was there?
New Pac-12 teams. Okay, I got them. We
Gonzaga
got
today.
Boise State,
Boy, yeah.
Colorado State, Fresno State, Gonzaga. Oregon State was already in there.
Washington
San Diego State and Utah State and
Yes.
Washington State. So all the fucking states.
I mean, even with them, it's a good. That's going to be a good basketball conference,
Oh, for sure. I mean, there's what? 1, 2,
including Gonzaga.
3, 4, 5 teams.
But I have a feeling they're going to be adding more teams. I don't know from
Oh,
where.
so what they said is that they're going to be focusing mainly on football now for teams because I mean they're basketball. They're a good basketball conference. Would you agree?
Yes, but
I think they're going to start focusing on football.
Maybe
which is
reaching
going
the
to be
Texas
interesting.
schools, Texas State, maybe.
I saw UTEP.
Not anymore. UTEP is in the Mountain West.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
UTEP, my boys are joining the Mountain West. Mountain West is at 8 conference members now.
Dude,
obviously,
is it realistic possibility that an FCS team gets brought up?
Yes, the 2 most realistic scenarios right now that I have seen is Montana and Montana State both joining.
I mean, those are 2 good programs. They've been
they
really
would fit
good
right in with and then I also saw Idaho.
I saw
moving back
Tarleton
up.
State.
Tarleton State. So I think that's the 4 for the Mountain West.
Mm-hmm.
But that leaves the Pac-12. I mean, I don't know what the Pac-12 is going to do.
Yeah,
you're not getting any of the Mountain West teams anymore.
Yeah, and like my personal opinion, like non-biased aside, if they want a good football team and that helps them with basketball, South Dakota State.
Yeah, but because I don't know what is the Pac-12 going to try to just stay Power 5 or are they going to just try to blend in with the non-Power 5?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. I think at this point they don't really have enough a brand what's it called? Like, how do I say this?
Because maybe you get
North brand. They don't have
because I think you need if they can get to 12. So maybe you get North Dakota State, South Dakota State.
I'm just looking at the teams right now, and there's just looking at the teams we talked about. Like the most eye popping team is probably Boise State.
Or
like
there is a scenario you can get the teams back from the ACC, SMU, Cal, and Stanford.
Yeah, I definitely think that's a realistic possibility, but
then you would need one more. And I don't know if the Dakota State school, the 2 main Dakota schools are going to leave without one another. I think they're going to be a package deal.
Yeah, I agree. That's
a rivalry they're going to want to protect.
Yeah,
I don't know. Is there anything? Well, I mean, Tarleton State, we got into that. Which that's a crazy story if you don't know about Tarleton State. They were a D2 program 4 years ago, and now they're going to be potentially moving up to the FBS.
Yeah,
You haven't seen a rise like that since I think it was UCF made that jump in the early 2000s.
Yeah,
They
then they
went from
had Blake
nothing to
Bortles.
something. Yeah.
Don't
Oh,
hey, if you know, you know. Remember the pre Scott Frost
yep.
UCF teams?
Yeah, 0-12 with that
Yep.
old ass coach.
Yep.
All right. Not a good week college football wise this week. Quite
Yeah, I mean,
unfortunate.
fucking game days, Miami and California. What the hell?
There is one ranked matchup. Yeah, one ranked matchup. Well, I mean,
A game to watch though. A game to
granted.
a couple
Look,
games like I'd
yes,
watch.
we'll
Look
get it.
out
We'll get
for.
in a couple
Okay.
games to
Okay.
watch. Granted, I guess you don't want because the next 2 weeks after this are the big weeks. October 12th. Just to get into it, I don't even know what we're gonna preview here. Obviously, you're gonna have Oklahoma, Texas, Oregon, Ohio State, Penn State, USC, 10. Well, Ole Miss, LSU,
If we have to,
Colorado.
if we have to, we can just
Yeah, we're gonna have
ignore
to.
Iowa State.
No, no, we'll get it. We might have to do 6 previews.
Yeah.
And then the week after that, you have Texas, Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, Miami, Louisville, Michigan, Illinois, TCU, Utah. Big
Yeah,
game right
definitely
there,
great. And
my boys.
don't fucking sneak in TCU's no, just no.
Hey, they beat Kansas. Big win, boys.
Wow, the 1-4 Kansas Jayhawks that I said from the beginning of this season that they're gonna be overrated.
All right, here we go. The first game, obviously, we won't be previewing Oklahoma. They do not play. The only ranked matchup of the week: Missouri and Texas A&M battle of two old Big 12 opponents.
Hmm.
Um,
Interesting fact: Texas A&M is favored here, probably because they're at home. But
yes,
that
and
was
Missouri
interesting.
really has not looked very like a top 10 team
Yeah,
in the last couple weeks.
Luther Burn, however, is starting to
There's not even their leading receiver, Sue.
I know, but he's starting to play
Yes.
better.
So Texas A&M after that loss to Notre Dame, they have. I mean,
Yeah, they
both
struggled
teams are
last week though.
Yeah, Arkansas is a decent team now.
Yeah.
I'd rather struggle against Arkansas than struggle against Vanderbilt.
Yeah, that's very true. I
Texas
think
A&M.
this
What?
is gonna be a really tough game for Missouri.
I think this is a good defensive game.
Why is it so early?
Because it wasn't. I don't know. With just college football, I think because the SEC did their schedule, they released their times way before, so they have windows.
It's just weird, I think like
So they timed this game right after Missouri struggled against Boston College and Texas A&M struggled against Bowling Green.
mm-hmm.
So they were like, this game isn't as good as we probably anticipated. And I think we'll see what the night game is for the SEC. But, I mean, Marcel Reed is the quarterback for Texas A&M.
Yep.
Connor Wigman's essentially done. Marcel Reed has not lost a conference game.
Mm-hmm. Battle of former two Big 12 teams.
Yeah. Yeah. You're going to see a lot of those.
Yeah.
But
Interesting fact, BT, you want to know an interesting fact?
What?
I've been to a Texas A&M Iowa State game. Can you guess who won?
Texas A&M.
Yeah.
You lost to Aggies.
Yeah.
But this is gonna be like a hate watch for me. I hate both these teams. Texas A&M's always overrated, and I just hate Missouri because fuck them, honestly. Because they just they somehow have so much fucking money that they can bag recruits, bag 5 stars. Like, who the fuck would want to go play in Missouri, of all places? Anyways.
Yep, last matchup, BT. It was Iowa State 17, Texas A&M 33. I do remember that. I was
What year?
8 years old.
2011? Oh,
Yep.
the last year these two teams were in the Big 12.
Yep. Who was their quarterback that year? Texas A&M quarterback.
That was the year before Johnny Manziel. Johnny Manziel might have been on the roster.
Yeah, I remember that game, dude. Oh, Ryan Tannehill.
Oh yeah, there you go. No, he was a wide receiver, wasn't? Oh no, because his last year he went to quarterback.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah.
So ESPN's matchup predictor has it set a Missouri 51.8% chance to win,
Yeah, but the
essentially
spread
even.
is Texas A&M is favored by
But I
2.
mean, but -2 if you they do like they add 3 points if you're playing at home. So if this was played on a neutral site, Missouri would be favored.
Well, I'm still going off of the spread, so
All right, that's fine. I'm just that's how they make this red. I'm gonna
yeah.
go Texas A&M to pull off an upset on Missouri though.
I'm gonna go Missouri.
We're splitting. We're
Yeah, I think
splitting.
it's gonna be an interesting game though. I think Texas A&M could very well beat Missouri. But
Battle of
I,
mid.
I, I legit almost want to change my answer to Texas A&M because it's at that field.
In my eyes, it's a battle of mid.
Yeah.
All right. The night game for the SEC on ABC is Tennessee and Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Wait, yeah. All right, national championship rematch.
Oof.
Michigan and Washington. Michigan coming in with a win for their rivalry. 2 big wins. USC, Minnesota, 4-1. Alex Orji probably he has his starting spot cemented.
Yeah, it's wild because they're a one-trick pony.
Hey, I mean that
It, I
if
mean,
that
it,
works
it
for him, it
works. It
works.
work. I mean, like I'm not saying if it works, don't fix it, right?
Yeah,
But it also that doesn't help if you're gonna trying to get in the playoffs. And
yeah.
what's their rank,
They are number 10.
bruh?
Washington comes in with losses to Washington State and Rutgers. Yikes. I mean, Rutgers is a good loss. Rutgers is looking really good. I'll give them the shout out. That loss to Washington State was just bad, and that's what scares me. They could not stop Washington State's running game,
Yeah.
which
It's definitely an interesting matchup.
yes, this is
I
in
don't think Michigan
Seattle,
is
right?
as
I
good
think that's what I
as
play.
what the record says, personally. Um,
Yes,
I mean,
but
you
I
look
also
at like
think they're
a good instance, right? Like Michigan struggled against Arkansas State,
yes.
and Iowa State beat them by 47. So
I don't think Washington is really that good.
no, I don't either. I think I'm not saying Michigan is mid, but they're definitely not impressive to me.
64-degree weather. I mean, it's football weather. I'm
Yeah,
wearing this. I had to wear a sweatshirt today for the
I did
first
too.
time. First time in a while. So football weather is finally here. We're done. Well, no.
Wore a sweatshirt while walking through a forest. BT's gonna get murdered on live stream.
Oh God. Probably the cat. Um.
You have the dog or cat.
Yes, I have the cat.
What's the name again?
Peanut.
Peanut. That's right.
But yeah, if you look at the Big Ten standings, look who's number 1, Stu.
Yeah, that's wild.
Indiana. Indiana's running the Big 12.
Got that James
Prince Ignotti.
Madison. Got the James
Yeah.
Madison coach.
Yes, they
Yeah,
did.
definitely.
So
But
I
who do
think
you got this
Michigan
game?
wins. Michigan.
I'm gonna go Michigan as well, even though I don't think Michigan is all that special. But I think they're considerably better than Washington.
All right. And you think the previews are going to get a lot better? No, they're not, because we're on to where college game day is going. In Berkeley, California. Miami and Cal. And this is going to be a murder.
Did they not make Texas A&M the game day because they already had one?
Probably. And they don't want to seem SEC biased. But even though Big Noon Kickoff only goes to Big Ten games, but
shit, even I would have taken Ohio State over and against Iowa as a better matchup.
I mean, where's Big Noon Kickoff going?
Arkansas, Tennessee. That'd been another good one. Yeah, but I guess
let's do a quick preview. Cam Ward probably going to dominate this game. Cal is a little overrated.
Yeah,
beat
well, I mean,
Auburn.
They haven't really played nobody. They
lost
lost
to
to
Florida
fucking
State.
Florida State. Like,
Yeah, that's all we have to say. They lost to Florida State. They're Florida State's only loss. Shout out the ponies.
yeah. Yeah, I think Miami will win this. I do think they deserve an L though, because Virginia Tech won that game.
Yeah.
So,
Ooh, Syracuse
but
UNLV on Friday night. That's a good game.
dude, yeah, I'm looking forward to that game. You know, UNLV lost their quarterback and running back, but still looked really good in their game.
All right, whiteout for Iowa State, right?
Yes, sir. Trap game, big trap game right here. I'm very nervous for this game too.
Yeah, because you don't want Ori to talk shit.
No, it's not even that. It's just like Iowa State. It's weird. So I've been to 2 Iowa State Baylor games,
Yeah,
and we've lost both of them.
you're not going to this one, are you?
No,
Then
I'm watching from the safety of my house. I mean,
not really
it's kind
safe
of
if you lose.
this rivalry has been. I mean, I kind of want to call it a rivalry. Remember the Dave Montgomery Baylor Bear Punch?
Yep.
Yeah, it's an interesting game.
Battle of two basketball schools playing.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not good at anything else as basketball schools.
Well, you're a football school, so you're not doing anything else.
Basketball, we're turning it around this year. We're not in the Big 12 anymore. I'm happy.
Okay.
Hey, we got to do that in like a month.
Yeah, we do. No, but this is a definitely interesting game. It seems to be like they are starting Sam Robertson full time. The former Mississippi State Bulldog is starting again after last year. He had a bad year last year. What's that?
Did Mississippi State and Baylor just trade quarterbacks? With Chapin going to Mississippi State.
Yeah. Oh, they had Robert. Is his name Sawyer Robertson or Sam? I think it's Sawyer.
Whatever.
Right, he transferred from Mississippi State. Played last year. He struggled last year, and then they started DeQuan Finn to start the season and benched him, and now Robertson starting again. I ultimately think this game depends on our offense. I think our defense has this game, or like should have this game. I'm so nervous, dude. We haven't started 5-0 since like I don't even know if we. When was the last time Iowa State started 5-0 BT?
I'll Google it.
Yeah, yeah. We're 4-0 for the first time since I think 2000. But Baylor's not a team to overlook. We gotta come to play. Like I said, if defense can continue to win,
you want to know?
Yeah. Never.
The game has been dubbed a whiteout. The Cyclones look to improve to 5-0 overall for the first time since 1980, and just the 5th time ever.
Yeah. So it's big. Not Hilton. Jack Trice is gonna be loud.
Matt Campbell
it's at 6 o'clock game, right?
Yeah, 6:30 on Fox.
Yeah, I'm so excited for this game.
All right, you want the overall matchup stats?
What?
Here you go. Baylor leads the all-time series 10-12, or 12-10. At home, Iowa State leads 6-5. On the road, they're 7-4, or 7-4. Matt Campbell versus Baylor is 4-4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right down the middle.
It's a very I'm just nervous for this game, but we should win. But I think this game just relies on our offense and Rocco Beck making good plays and playing a good first half. If we play a good first half and our defense is on point like it usually is, we're gonna win this game. But
Iowa State 11.5. Do they cover?
No, I definitely think it'll be a field goal game. Either they lose by a field goal or we win by a field goal.
All right. So here we go. We're going through all the NFL games.
Speed run. Cowboys Giants, very boring game.
Boring. Cowboys offense sucks.
Giants offense sucks. Daniel Jones sucks. Giants field goal kicker. Good game. Malik Neighbors though, the man.
Yes, they need to get him a quarterback.
Yeah, for sure.
Texans Jaguars. Texans are back. We're back.
You struggle against the Jags, buddy.
Trevor Lawrence bust. Anyways, to get real, we have a very massive penalty problem. We are the most penalized team in the NFL.
Oof.
Laramie Tunsil is the most penalized offensive lineman in NFL history.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It's not a very good look. Got to just get the penalties together. If we didn't shoot ourselves in the foot, we'll probably beat the Jaguars by 2-3 touchdowns.
Yeah, and plus it's a divisional game, so it's going to be closer than what people think. So
Jaguars blow it up. It's tank for Travis.
Travis
Hunter.
Oh yeah.
Saints Falcons.
First Young
2
week. Young Way Koo.
Don't buy into 2 week hype.
No, Saints still look good. I am still very high on the Saints. They played really good in this game. The one downside is Derek Carr didn't play his best game and he threw a pick. Neither did the Falcons. It was just a very field goal heavy game.
As Shannon Sharp says, Young Ho Koo.
BT. The only touchdowns in this game were defensive touchdowns.
Hey.
For Atlanta.
Well,
I just don't think, you can win games like that. And then the only 2 touchdowns from the Saints were Taysom Hill. Yeah. We both knew coming into the season that this would probably be the weakest division. I think the Bucs have a clear path.
Hey, we'll get into them. Shout out Baker.
Bears, Rams, fucking Rams. Come on,
Rams, get healthy.
Expect better.
Get healthy.
Yeah. Don't let Caleb Williams make you look good, bud. Or make you look bad.
What else do you want them to do?
But to be fair,
half the team is hurt.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't.
Maybe they should start Drake Stoops. Vikings playoff contenders, Super Bowl contenders. Dare I say?
Yeah. Definitely looking really good. Packers rushed Jordan Love in way too fast.
Yeah, but he looked good.
No, he didn't. He threw like 3 picks.
389, 4 touchdowns, though. Almost came back in the end.
I don't care. You threw 3 picks. Vikings almost shit the bed in this game, by the way. Yeah. Steelers.
Joe Flacco's back. Joe Flacco's back.
Yeah. So what I want to say about this game is, BT, what are the Steelers known for?
Defense.
Yes, and
not beating Joe Flacco.
No, we actually have a 500 record against him, buddy.
Not anymore.
No, we do have a 500 record against him.
Oh, now that he beat you.
Yeah. Our defense absolutely fucking sucked this game. We could not stop the Colts offense.
Come on.
He was actually getting held. If you look at some stuff on Twitter.
Here we go.
I'm going to send you it later. Also, there was also a very interesting penalty that got called on Minkah Fitzpatrick. I'll send you it right now, BT.
We're doing a podcast. That's amateur hours.
Well, so. I know. Shut up. But our defense just could not stop the Colts. There was a lot of drop picks. There was a lot of fumbles that weren't recovered. But I do want to say, Justin Fields.
Him.
Yeah.
He's him.
Amazing game from him. And then offensively, some of the mistakes. Our rookie, Zach Frazier, snapped the ball over Justin's head for a 10-yard loss, and that made it 3rd and 20.
What is this, amateur hour?
I know, that's what I'm saying. And then George Pickens fumbled at the 4-yard line, BT.
He pulled a juju?
I don't know if you want to pull a juju, but he fumbled at the fucking 4-yard line.
I mean, at least this one didn't eliminate you from the playoffs.
Him and Pittman, oh yeah, I remember that. The fucking Saints game. Oh my, I was so pissed that game, dude. Michael Pittman and George Pickens had the same stat, essentially. Yeah, we just got to do better on defensively.
Michael Pittman finally showed up, though. Finally recorded
some stats. Yeah, but I am super happy with how Justin Fields played. He looks so much better out there, throwing the ball, making better decisions in the pocket, knowing when to run the ball. Probably one of his better career games, in my opinion.
All right. The Jets are cursed.
Jets offense could not do shit. Brees Hall got
Fuck Brees
locked the
Hall,
fuck
honestly.
up.
Fuck Brees Hall with his 4 fucking fantasy points. Sold
Yeah,
me.
I had him in 2 of my leagues, BT, and I lost by 6
Fuck
points.
Brees
So
Hall. Fuck Brees Hall.
yeah.
I'm never starting him again. I'm gonna start him next week.
Don't trade him to me.
I'm gonna start him next week.
Trade him to me.
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought. No. I'm pretty sure Bo Nix was like negative passing yards at halftime.
Just
I think he only
and
finished
we
with
gotta
like
give prayers to the what was his name?
62.
That had that collapse on the sideline. What's his name? The rookie running back. Prayers to him. I don't know his name.
Yeah, praise him.
Actually, he did get some. He did probably
but
get some stats.
their offense just looked so bad, BT.
Both offenses did. Robert.
Yeah,
I mean,
especially the
it was a
Jets.
rain game though.
Yeah, but bro, the Jets, this should have been an easy win.
Tyler Batty.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I don't know
Should
what
have been an
happened.
easy win, you know. I guess Garrett Wilson is upset with how the offense is running. And I don't blame him.
You just lost to the Broncos.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
Anyway, shout out offenses Hellman. Baker Mayfield, give him the MVP.
Yeah, Buddy is playing out of his mind. Eagles, very lackluster. Talk about another team that fucking sucked in fantasy. Fucking Saquon. But they also were missing Devontae Smith.
Yeah. Who got
Was
literally
AJ Brown
murdered.
playing?
I don't think he was.
Yeah, so they're playing without their top receivers. I'm pretty sure their top receiver was Dallas Goedert, STSU legend, and then their second receiver was Saquon. And then their third receiver, former Sooner, tight end,
Oh,
Grant
Calcaterra.
Calcaterra.
He did not end his career sooner.
I know, but former Sooner. That's what I'm
Yes.
saying.
Yes. Bengals, hold on. Survive. Bengals suck. They're not making the playoffs.
Yeah, dude, it's bad. They did not look impressive at all. T. Higgins.
Joe Burrow's the next Carson Palmer.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. Chase Brown had a really good game.
Yeah.
The rookie from is he a rookie this year? No, he's not. His second year rookie out of Illinois.
Chuba Hubbard had a big game, fantasy wise.
Yeah.
Xavier
Leggett finally scored a touchdown.
Hey, let's go, man. Let's go.
Yeah. It's just I don't know what's wrong with the Bengals. You know,
maybe it was a Red Rocket revenge game.
Yeah, I don't know, but regardless, it's just been a bad year for the Bengals.
Yes. Speaking of another LSU quarterback, hey, Jane Daniels is him. He's him.
Yeah.
Super
good, dude. It's so fun to watch him too.
I think he has it locked. Unless he tears his knee, he hasn't won.
Yeah. And it's crazy because what was my predictions? I think I had Marvin Harrison.
Yeah.
And I mean that's still a good.
I had Jane Daniels.
That's still a good prediction. I mean, Jalen Daniels was my number 2. But Marvin Harrison is also having a good season. But Jaden Daniels is playing better than half the quarterbacks in the league.
And the Commanders might make the fucking playoffs.
Yeah,
right now, at the pace they're playing.
Would you say that Jaden Daniels is playing like a top tier quarterback in the league?
Yeah,
I mean, he only has 3 touchdowns on the season, like rushing or passing. But
but quarterbacks this year have sucked, honestly.
Yeah, but completion percentage, he's playing smart football and winning games. You know what I mean? And that's what you need to do.
Besides Baker, all the quarterbacks. Besides Baker and CJ Stroud, all the quarterbacks have really not done very good.
Yeah. It's weird. Brian Robinson had a really good game as well.
Yes. James Conner had over 100 yards.
Yep, former Steeler.
All right. Brock Purdy finally gets it done. Had to get carried by Jordan Mason, but he got it.
Carried by Jordan Mason, but he had 228 yards, a touchdown, and a pick.
Yeah. How to get carried by Juwan Jennings and all the supporting cast.
Shut the fuck up. Shout out George Kittle for that fucking moss. Did you see that?
Yes, I did. Go Hawks. Say it, Sue.
No. Fred Warner played an absolute outstanding game. Had a pick 6. to start the game. I'm pretty sure. Patriots looking so bad, dude. When do you put Drake May in this game in the season? When do you put him in? You
I would
know,
put him in right now.
that's what I'm saying. Like
Their
nothing's
season's
going. You're
over.
probably going to be a top 5, like bottom team, top
Unless
3
they're
maybe.
tanking for somebody.
Yeah, I mean maybe they trade for.
And they don't want Drake May. Because I mean, I think if Drake May goes and balls out, Patriots aren't a half bad team.
Yeah, and then they tank. Maybe if you can get a top receiver or
Yeah.
a good offensive lineman to build behind. But yeah.
Browns are ass. I remember when somebody was saying the AFC North is going to be the best division in football.
Yeah, this dude, the Browns are shit in the bed.
I mean,
It's gonna be interesting
shit in the
though,
massage bed,
especially
huh?
when Nick Chubb comes back to see how much better they get.
Shit in the massage beds too.
Shit, might as well.
They need Joe Flacco back.
They need something. It's a very interesting game. A lot of names that I don't know of got touchdowns. Blake Weinhart, Trey Tucker. I know Trey Tucker. DJ Turner, Rodney McLeod. Like, it's just a weird game.
Yeah.
Amari
Chiefs.
Cooper hasn't really been productive this season.
Jerry Jeudy has.
Yeah, Jerry Judy's been pretty good. But
His career
it's
revival.
gonna be interesting to see how this team changes when Nick Chubb comes back.
Chiefs didn't get help from the refs.
Yeah, they finally won a game by themselves, but in the process, Pat Mahomes
took out his own guy. Hey, did you not see the rumors though? Who they're trying to trade for?
Oh, Tyreek.
Yeah,
bruh.
Well, what would you do if they get fucking Tyreek Hill? It's over. It's over. Give it to him.
Yeah.
Great.
It was a game.
This is going to be a fantasy football rant.
Herbert looks like he's hating his life right now. Travis Kelce finally got going.
Kareem Hunt's back, Stu.
Yeah. I'm surprised he isn't playing punter. But yeah. Yeah. Travis Kelce had a good game. Xavier Worthy continues to put on a good rookie season.
Yeah, and he's going to have to take a bigger step now.
Yeah, for real. He's going to be their number one.
Him and Juju.
Yeah, Sky Moore, too.
All right. Do I go on my fantasy football rant next?
No, because I went 0-3 this week, so I would prefer not to get into fantasy.
Stu, guess who I had to play in fantasy this week?
Derrick Henry?
Yeah.
I played him too.
Fucking
I'll get into. So we'll get into this when we get to the game that ended my fucking chance of winning. So Bills Ravens BT. Derrick Henry.
Fucking
1 yard away from 200. 1 yard away from 200.
I mean, I would have lost by more points in the family league.
Mark Andrews, get the fuck off the field. You are trash. You are the worst tight end I've ever seen in my life.
Josh Allen washed.
No. Josh Allen doesn't have no one to throw the ball to.
Good point. I'm sorry. I was just pissed.
For the Devontae Adams sweepstakes, by the way.
Yeah, shout out Devontae Adams.
No, but the Ravens just played a good game. I mean, Lamar only had 5 incompletions. Derrick Henry rushed for well over. I mean, he was 1 yard away from 200.
I would rather have that happen, and then I wouldn't have had to rely on David Montgomery not scoring a touchdown for me to win. But
David Montgomery is just a touchdown merchant, so.
Yeah, he's just the goal line merchant, not good at anything else. Just good at the goal.
Yeah, you want to look at his stats? Look at
Stu, no, I don't. I have pain in fantasy. I've lost the last 3 weeks in my fantasy league by a combined 8.3 points.
Sounds like a you problem, buddy. Also, Bill's offense is really couldn't get nothing going. James Cook didn't play good.
All right. Will Levis, his photo thing continues.
BT, so I'm gonna talk to you about this, okay?
All right.
So I lost to my cousin by 5 points in fantasy, okay?
Yeah.
And this is while I had DK playing. and I was losing to them by 4, and so I would have ended up winning, right? No, my cousin has Tony Pollard playing,
Yeah.
and it's 4th and goal with 52 seconds left, and they run the fucking ball, and Pollard scores, and I lose my fantasy game by 4.56 points. Like, bro, what the fuck? Very bad. Dolphins. I mean, we kind of
Speaking of very bad, the Dolphins.
Yeah, Tyler Huntley, former Pro Bowl quarterback. Woohoo! Wow, they suck.
Shout out Will Levis. He got another photo. Yeah, he continues his photo streak.
Dude, making a legendary photo album. No, there's really nothing to this game. It was just an injured, riddled team versus,
A team that needed a win.
yeah.
Seahawks and Lions.
This was a really fun game to watch.
It
DK
was.
fumbled, and I could have used the touchdown, but is what it is.
Shout out Kenneth
And
Walker.
yeah, go to the box score. I want you to see fucking Montgomery. Yeah,
40 yards.
look at receiving.
40 yards. He had one
Yeah.
40-yard reception. Sometimes
He
a
had a really
blind
good play.
sometimes a blind bear finds food.
Shut the fuck up. You're just mad because Dave Montgomery's better than all the Oklahoma running backs.
Adrian Peterson.
I'm talking in the league right now.
Joe Mixon.
I'd say it's an argument. I'd probably take Montgomery over Mixon though. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay, so you're gonna blame Joe Mixon because he got his ankle rolled up on in a dirty play.
Yep, that never happened to Montgomery.
Because it was because okay.
Because he don't get tackled, BT.
Yeah, because he's a goal line back.
Shut the fuck up.
He's not even the best running back on his team.
Yeah.
All right.
What are the games to look out for this week, BT?
Big time divisional game here.
Yes, sir.
We went into this. And this is probably you take a pretty significant lead in this division if you win here.
I mean, everyone in this league counts, matters, especially in this division. It's probably one of the weaker divisions in the league.
Shout out, I think, yeah. So this is in Atlanta.
Yeah,
I think that's why.
But don't get me wrong, Atlanta has been playing some tough football this year. They should have beaten the Chiefs. They lost by a touchdown to the Steelers, I think. They've been playing some good football. They just need to get their mojo going. Kirk Cousins is kind of looking a little rusty.
Yeah, and I don't think
Bijan really hasn't been consistent. But yeah, I mean, you clean up the mistakes. He can be competitive. But the Bucks have been looking pretty good. So.
Honestly, fuck Tom Brady for calling out Baker like that. If you were watching the broadcast,
I was not. So shout out Bucky.
Yeah. Shout out Baker. I think Baker has a big game, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to upset the Atlanta Falcons because
I think the Bucks won this game too. Baker's looking pretty good, and
Baker's his MVP lead.
This has been a consistent topic, but I was a big Baker hater when he was on the Browns.
Baker Mayfield's gonna make Preston Stuvey eat a red Solo cup of dog shit when he wins the MVP.
I don't even know how to process that.
You said you eat shit if Baker Mayfield ever won the MVP. You told me that years ago.
Did I really?
If he wins that MVP, you were gonna go on this podcast and eat dog shit.
I'm not gonna eat dog shit.
You're gonna eat human shit.
It's not gonna happen.
You're gonna eat human shit.
It's not gonna happen.
He's coping. He's coping right now. He's coping right now, everybody.
Who you got winning?
I got the Bucks.
Okay. Do you think it's gonna be close? Okay.
No. I think the Bucks offense is just gonna outscore him. And the Bucks defense is gonna get stops. Probably the best game of the week. Texans and Bills.
Okay, I can respect it.
I think Joe Mixon will be back for this game.
Von Miller's suspended. Von Miller is suspended 4 games.
Hallelujah. Seeing the way our offensive line is playing, hallelujah.
Bill's defense has not been good this year. And I think the Texans win this. The Bills are just struggling.
Yeah.
I mean, Khalif Shakir is your fucking leading receiver.
But
I don't even know if you know who that
I
was.
just have a
before.
very bad feeling,
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be a battle of good teams, but I ultimately think the Texans are just a better team and have more depth and a more all-around good team.
I love my Texans. I can't pick them to go undefeated. And the way this offensive line is getting penalties, you're not playing the fucking Jags that are going to give you multiple opportunities to win this game.
Yeah,
If you're
the Jags, right?
Yeah, if you're committing penalties, you're not going to win this game. And I think that I don't know if that could be solved. I think obviously John Mixon is probably going to be a bit rusty.
Yeah, for sure.
So
I still think I like the Texans in this game. I think
I like
their
the Bills.
defense.
Like I said, I love my Texans. Right now, the Bills are playing consistently better. They're not getting stupid fucking penalties. They're not getting holdings, shooting themselves in the foot.
You also got to think it's in Houston. Bills are coming off a bad loss.
Anyway, and the Texans are wearing the beautiful uniforms. They're wearing the H-Town uniforms, dude.
Oh, really?
They are.
Oh, boy.
Shout out Nico Collins, best receiver in the league.
No. You don't even know
who would have thought? Who would have thought?
College at
Michigan.
Yep.
Yeah.
Didn't he go to college with? No, that was not. Sorry.
I'm sure JJ McCarthy was there because he was there for like 20 years.
Steelers.
No, we're saving it for last. London.
Jets need to play better, dude.
They do. If they want to win this game.
If I'm gonna be honest, if the Jets has the same offensive day like they did against the Broncos, the Vikings defense will legit fucking kill them because the Vikings' defense is amazing. Brian Flores has been doing an amazing job. Sam Darnold, another MVP, type player. This is weird.
Who historically owns the Vikings?
Aaron historically owns the Bears
and the Vikings and the whole NFC North.
But they definitely just need to have a rebound game because it's bad. But here's the thing: on the bright side, the AFC East has not looked good this year.
Oh, looks like guess who returns for the Vikings projected?
Hawkinson.
TJ Hawkinson.
If he comes back, Mike Andrews getting on the fucking bench because he's a bum. I hate him. I hate him so much, BT. Mark Andrews can fucking suck a dick. Okay, BT.
I think the Vikings win this game.
There are third-string tight ends that have more fantasy points than Mark Andrews.
The Vikings win this game.
I agree. Actually, no, I'm not the Jets win. Jets, Jets.
Hey, Stuvie, sing
rocking up those Cyclones, baby. Yeah.
Hey. Stuvie, sing the Sunday Night Football song.
Waiting all day for Sunday night. So backing down.
What is she gonna say? What is she gonna say during the song?
The Cowboys in a nasty showdown.
No, I say in a throwback showdown because this is a historical rivalry.
Yeah, could be. Big game we have here. What do you think, BT? I want to get your thoughts on it.
I'm just gonna get this out. Dallas Cowboys are gonna win this game because I don't think the Steelers defense can stop CeeDee Lamb. I think the Cowboys are gonna get a bounce back. They're gonna realize they need to pass the ball more to CeeDee Lamb because CeeDee Lamb is the best wide receiver in the NFL. If they can get him the ball, you saw this last year. If they get him the ball, he is an elite wide receiver.
Well, duh. No one's disagreeing with you at that. No one's not saying that, but
I think Tyler Guyton, former Sooner, is gonna clamp up on TJ Watt.
Yeah, clamp like Holden, like everyone else does.
Nope. I think
That's what you're
TJ.
saying?
I think the best blocker for TJ Watt is Tyler Guyton out of Oklahoma.
It's definitely gonna be a fun game.
It is.
I'll be able to watch this game. I'm excited.
Finally, they're going to be on TV for you, huh?
Yeah, well, that and I actually have a chance to watch them because I'm not gonna be at work. Isn't Micah Parsons and like Lawrence out, or they're supposed to be out?
They're doubtful, but it looks like they're going to return for this game.
Maybe I don't know. I don't know this game. I don't like the game. I don't like this game. I think it all depends on if Justin Fields can come to play like he did last week. I like our defense in this matchup. If we hold CD down, I think we win this game, honestly.
But I don't think you do.
That's 50-50 at this point. I'm
71 degrees. You take
Heinz
71
Field. Heinz Field ain't no fucking Acrisure Stadium. Nah, it's Heinz, buddy. It's Heinz.
I think the Cowboys make enough big plays to win this game.
Yeah, I mean it makes sense. I mean they've done it before.
The Cowboys are going to feel pressured because how good their division is looking. With
Yeah.
somehow the Washington Commanders is leading the fucking division right now.
Yep. Yep, I have to agree, but I just think the Steelers can get. I think they can get the job done, but I'm very 50-50 about it.
All right, so
BT, what's coming up?
the NBA. Oh wait,
What starts this Friday?
We have to do our award predictions.
What starts this Friday?
Hey,
What award predictions?
for the NFL, it's 2 weeks.
Oh, I didn't make them. I was going on the top of my head.
All right, I'll read mine first for you, so you have somewhat of an idea.
All right.
Hold on, let me pull up my list.
NFL.
I mean, for MVP, you know, I've said it multiple times. It's Baker Mayfield for me right now.
I am gonna go with Joshua Allen.
Offensive Player of the Year. I'm gonna change my. I had Saquon last time. I'm changing it. Nico Collins.
Ooh, BT.
Right now, he's looking like the best offensive player. Consistently.
Yeah, very true. Very true. No, I'm gonna go with a unique one. I'm gonna go Jordan Mason.
Okay. I mean,
he's been playing.
It really depends on if Christian McCaffrey is going to come back.
I don't think he's gonna come back. Did you see that he had to go to Germany and that he has in both of his ankles?
Poor people who had the first overall pick.
Yeah, sorry, Lane.
Defensive player, I haven't changed. I still think it's Aiden Hutchinson.
Yep, I have to agree as well.
Offensive Rookie of the Year, we went into this. Jane Daniels still for me.
Yep, I said.
Jared Verse is still my Defensive Rookie of the Year. He's looked really good for the Rams.
Who did I have with mine last time? I think I had Dallas Turner. For Defensive Rookie of the Year. I don't know.
You want the betting favorites?
Yeah, probably.
Right now, number 1 is Jared Verse. Number 2 is Liatu Latu. Number 3 is Dallas Turner. Number 4 is Kamari Lassiter. Number 5 is Byron Murphy.
Dude, there really hasn't been like.
Right now, I think it's Jared Verse.
Who did you have?
Verse.
I'm just gonna go Verse because
Coach of the Year, I have Zach Taylor.
Is that the
Bengals coach? I'm just kidding. I have the Vikings coach still. But
Who
I
for
kind of have a
defensive?
tie.
Oh,
I still have the Vikings coach, but I also have them tied right now with the Dan Quinn of the Commanders.
yeah, I'm gonna go Dan Quinn because literally no one thought
Comeback
the.
player of the year, Sam Darnold for me.
Does he count as comeback player of the year though?
I mean, out of
I'm gonna still have J.K. Dobbins.
that's fair. Out of everybody, the top 6 betting favorites are Aaron Rodgers is number 1, Darnold's number 2, Joe Burrow's number 3, DeMar Hamlin's number 4, Kirk Cousins is number 5, J.K. Dobbins is number 6,
I got
Kyler's number
J.K.
7.
I got J.K.
Nick Chubb is still up there.
Yeah, I mean he can still come back and play.
Mitchell Trubisky's up there. Somehow. He's at plus 20,000.
Because he played some of the game.
Mark Andrews is at plus 20,000.
Mark Andrews sucks ass.
TJ Watt's at plus 15,000.
How? He played last season.
I don't think anybody knows how to bet on the comeback player of the year because I don't think anybody knows the criteria.
Yeah.
All right, Sue, it's time for the NBA award predictions and standings, and then the playoffs we'll do next week.
Preseason starts Friday, BT.
Yeah, I guess we can look at that. We'll
It's
go
in
over those
Abu
games
Dhabi.
first.
It's in Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi.
Abu Sama?
So my Lakers, okay, they're doing this again. Preseason, they have 2 games this week. They play the Minnesota Timberwolves, and they play the Phoenix Suns. What I'm looking for in this game, get the rookies going early. Get Bronny, Bronny's playing
Connect.
in the G League.
Get Dalton Connect.
Get Dalton Connect going. Bronny's going to obviously play in the first couple games, and I don't think he's going to play much after, so they can get the Bronny photo, and then he'll go back to the G League.
Yeah.
But so obviously get the rookies on. I'm not going to consider. I'm not going to be mad.
That's what preseason is for. You want to see who can make an impact for a team and how you
get the rotation going. Unfortunate, Jared Vanderbilt won't be able to play. He might not even be ready for season opener with his foot injury.
Yep.
And just get D'Lo going if you're gonna give him a little bit of run. Obviously, if he can get going,
we're gonna see JJ Redick.
Yes, JJ Redick's coaching debut. Cam Reddish. Just get your bench players going. Get your young bench pieces you have going.
Yeah.
Give them some confidence.
Yep.
I don't know how much the Timberwolves are gonna play.
Yeah.
Or what. All right.
But NBA, I mean the Celtics. Let's get. Yeah, we'll do the preseason.
You play 2 games this week, or 3 because you play on Monday.
Yeah. Like I said, like BT said, I think it's just trying to get that. We're trying to figure out who.
Only $5 to go to the Tuesday game. Oh wait,
that's in Atlanta, buddy.
Oh wait, you don't play anybody. You don't play anybody this week.
Yeah, next Tuesday. So we'll talk about it next Tuesday. We'll just get.
Yeah, all right. Standings time. Standings and award predictions here.
All right. I'll go.
You want to do East or West first?
East.
All right. I think we both have the same number 1.
Celtics.
Yep. Number 2, I have the Knicks.
I have the Knicks as well. The reason why I think it's the Knicks.
Cat is a big addition for them.
But also I think their bench kind of scares me. But after watching them in the playoffs last year, I'm not that worried. I'm not that worried for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that was a big Cat trade for them.
Yeah.
We'll get it. We'll talk about them with the Timberwolves.
Yep.
Bucks are my number 3.
I got the 76ers. I think Paul George's defense. I think the Bucks and Sixers are interchangeable here.
Yeah.
I just think the 76ers defense is going to get considerably better. I also think I was very hesitant to 3, 4, and 5. I was very it was up in the air for me. The reason for that, it's the question is Joel Embiid going to stay healthy? And don't ever do that again. Is Joel Embiid going to stay healthy? And what is the depth going to look like? You know what I mean? So,
All right.
but I like their defense. Their defense is probably one of the better teams in the league. And then I have Bucks at 4.
I have Magic at 4.
Ooh, high on the Magic.
Yes. I was pretty high on them last year.
Yeah,
I
I
like
wasn't as
the
high on them
young,
as you were, but
young guys.
I wouldn't be
Um,
surprised.
They've gelled. Yeah, I
Yep.
mean, all depends on their offense. They're a really
Yeah.
good defensive team. If they can get their
Yep.
offense going, that'll be a really good team.
Mhm.
At number 5, I do have the 76ers.
Number 5, we got the Pacers.
Okay.
I just think we're bringing a lot of talent back. I think our team's improved. And yeah, I'm super excited for this season. Hopefully we can make a run back to Eastern Conference Finals, win that, and hopefully win a championship. And if we do, BT, I'm gonna be I'm gonna cry my eyes out. I'm gonna go to the parade, and
All right.
yeah,
Number 6. Turn off 2K, by the way.
huh?
Turn off 2K.
I haven't gotten 2K since like 2020.
Yeah, you said the Pacers are going to win the championship. Turn off 2K.
No, I said hopefully we can.
You know they can.
I fully believe we can.
All right, number 6, dude.
I get the Magic.
I have the Heat.
Ooh, wow, that's
I think Jimmy Butler's going to have another big year.
very, very bold take of you. This is probably the most stacked the East has been in a couple of years.
Yeah. And my number 7 is the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Bro, I'm not gonna say anything. Number 7, I have the Heat.
My reason for the Heat, they play in an easier division, so you're gonna have easier opponents.
Yeah, I could agree.
You're gonna
with
get a better record.
Yeah, but the Magic are also in their division.
Okay, who else is in their division?
Hawks, Wizards,
Hornets.
Yeah. Hornets, I think could be sneaky. Though. Number 8, I got the Cavs.
Number 8, I have the Pacers.
So the reason why I have the Cavs at 8, they're just so inconsistent. They could start off hot.
Yeah.
But
I think injuries is what killed that team last year.
They get injured, and it's weird. They really aren't. But outside of their starting 5, they don't really have no one. George's Niang can only do so much.
And then after you get done with 8,
yeah,
it's all terrible teams. So at number 9, I have the Hawks.
I got the Hornets. I think the Hornets could be a sneaky playoff team if they make the playoff. If the play-in, I think they could challenge for a playoff spot. Assuming LaMelo stays
you can honestly, beside I guess 9 through 13 for me, you could say any of the 2 teams I said, and I would not be surprised.
Yeah.
Besides
number 10, I have the Bulls.
At number 10, I have the Raptors.
I'm not high on the Raptors at all.
I don't know.
Bulls are an interesting team. Definitely gonna be interesting. Lonzo Ball coming back.
Yeah. You don't know how he's gonna look though. He hasn't played basketball.
Hopefully Montes can play.
He has not played basketball since he was 22, and he's 27 years old now.
Yeah, it's kind of wild.
At number 11, I have the Bulls.
I
think eventually they're gonna trade Zach LaVine and just tank.
Yeah. Hawks, I'm just not confident in the Hawks.
At number 12, I have the Pistons.
I have the Pistons as well.
And then 13, I have the Hornets.
I have the Raptors. The Raptors don't have no one besides Scotty Barnes, and I just their division is really hard. Really good teams in that division, so 14, I just think it's like the same thing. You said the same for the with the Magic and Heat. They're in a really bad division.
Yeah,
I think it's the exact opposite for the Raptors.
14, I have the Wizards.
I do too.
And then obviously both our 15s are the Nets.
Yeah, Nets could be one of the worst teams in NBA history, in my opinion. Which kind of sucks because they might not get Cooper.
Who has their pick? The Rockets?
No, the Nets have their pick back.
Oh, yeah.
Because of the trade. So.
All right. West. I'm going to write them. I picked them high last year. The Thunder are going to be the number 1 seed.
I get the Nuggets at number 1.
Russell Westbrook effect. I don't, and they.
I get the Thunder
Michael
at number
Porter
2
Jr.
though.
is going to be eventually traded.
Maybe, but I don't
No,
know. It's
I mean you
Jokic.
lost a lot of key
You
pieces.
can't count them out. But I got
No,
Thunder at 2.
I have Nuggets at 2. So I mean,
I was very like I interchanged them a lot. I do think that the Thunder got better defensively, and I do think they could be the number 1 seed. So
all right. Number 3, I have the Mavericks.
I have the Mavericks at number 3 as well.
In addition to Klay Thompson is going to really benefit this team.
Yep.
Defensively, if he can hit his shots, this is a really dangerous team.
Yep.
Maybe another finals run.
Maybe.
Number 4, I have the Timberwolves.
I have the Phoenix Suns. I think they got better depth this year, and they got a better starting point guard. So, especially with those rookies, they had an amazing draft. So I think they got better, and I got them at 4.
Number 5, my team. This team had an amazing draft in my eyes.
Like
Los Angeles Lakers. At number 5. I think Connect is going to be a really big piece off the bench. That's a consistent 3-point scorer if he consistently hit his shots. And JJ Redick believes he's really good. The key is I think that you're eventually going to trade for a big man, and that's going to really help in the rotation with what you currently have with Christian Wood and Anthony Davis. I think you need another body in there. They did sign what's his name from the Raptors? Oh, he used to play for them. They just signed somebody. Coloco or something?
Christian Coloco, center out of Arizona.
Yes, he used to play for Arizona. They signed him. Maybe you can get him. But ultimately, I think you're going to trade with the Wizards to get Jonas Valanciunas.
Jonas, not Jonas.
Whatever, dude. Whatever. I don't know how to pronounce European names. At number 6, I have the Suns.
I didn't say my number 5.
Oh, what's your number 5?
I got the Grizzlies. John Morant's coming back. Hopefully they can stay healthy. However, I did see that Jaren Jackson got hurt.
I did see that.
Has like a hamstring.
That played into effect because I know hamstrings are not something to mess with.
Yeah. So, but I'm high on the Grizzlies. I think they found a lot out last year that they have solid role players and bench players.
Well, the East is 8 teams deep. Right now, I have the West as 13 teams deep.
Yeah.
So,
6, I got the Kings.
Okay.
I just think that addition to DeMar DeRozan and their players improving, I just think they can make the playoffs. Plus, with some teams not being as good this year.
At 7, I have the Pelicans. Health is a big factor for me with DeJounte Murray.
Yeah, I have to agree. Number 7, I have the Timberwolves.
You went all in.
It was just weird.
You went all in on Rudy Gobert, who is very consistent in his time in Minnesota.
Yeah, and what is their rotation going to look like? Are they going to have Dante coming off the bench? Because he was kind of the main attraction in that trade. Are you going to Were you going to have Randall at the 4? Who are you going to have at the 3?
Maybe Naz Reid. Yeah,
but that's a weird fit. Are you going to interchange them? Because I think Naz Reid is taller than Randall.
Yeah.
So it's just weird. I didn't really like the trade.
Yeah, so but I think multiple times you're going to say you don't like the trade, and it turns out working better for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, but Anthony Edwards can only do so much. You know what I mean?
Fair point.
So I got them at 7.
And then at 8, I have a surprise team for me here, the Houston Rockets.
Yeah.
Who was literally an Alperen Sengun injury away from being in the playoffs.
Yeah. Number 8.
Yep.
I have the Los Angeles Lakers.
They're not a playing team, Steve.
Well, now you know how I feel about the Pacers. So,
okay. All right.
I'm just not very high on them. I think you could easily change them in my number 9. I have number 9 as the Rockets. Like you said, Alperen Sengun has improved drastically.
Yes.
And they have a lot of talent around them. So
at number 9, I have the Kings.
It's just a
I,
tough West.
yes, it's 13 teams deep, and it was very hard for me to choose these final
Yeah.
5 to 7 teams.
Yeah.
At number 10, I have the Grizzlies. They're the last
I
team in the
have.
playoffs for me.
Okay. I mean, I just don't think they will. I think John Morant is a huge game changer, and if let's just say they stay healthy, I think they're a team to watch.
What about off the field? What about off the court?
Yeah, off the field, yeah.
One John Morant mistake is
Yeah, but I mean, you gotta bank on him. He has to
yeah,
know
yeah.
that.
You got to bank on him, and then he does it again. We said this last year.
Yeah, it's bad, dude. Number 10, I have the Pelicans.
Okay.
It's a good West. And I just think there's a lot of teams better than them. Zion can only do so much, and they really don't have a center presence. I think their starting center is gonna be Yves Misi. Shout out Ori, new Pelicans fan, BT,
Oh, yeah. Oh,
because of Yves Misi.
oh boy, he should have been a Laker.
So yeah, I'm not very high on him.
He would have been a Laker if it wasn't for Dalton Connect falling. Honestly,
Yeah.
I'll get more into Dalton Connect later. At number 11, my first team missing out on the playoffs, I have the Golden State Warriors. Like we said before, Steph Curry can only do so much.
Yeah.
And he's only getting older.
Yeah, for real.
I think this might be his last year in Golden State.
I don't know. I think he retires Golden State. I think you
I
just have
don't
to do stuff. You have to do things to get that. Yeah.
know.
Number 11, I have the Spurs.
Okay.
There was a lot of the times last year where they lost close games. I think if you turn those losses into wins, they're a borderline playing team.
Yeah.
Assuming Wembanyama plays like he did last year, maybe improves.
With Chris
And,
Paul. That's a
Stephon
big addition for him.
Stephon Castle and Chris Paul, amazing additions. So I'm very happy or very excited for the future of the Spurs and what they possibly could be because I honestly think they can make the plan.
Yeah.
So
And then at number 13, number 12, I have the Spurs.
I have Golden State.
Okay, so
like you said, Steph Curry can only do so much. They aren't really. They don't have much good depth. They have your boy healed now, though.
Yeah, they do.
Draymond Green, not the same player he
Old.
used to be.
It's too old. The team is way too old.
The one thing I want to say, Brandon Podziemski, he could be very good.
Yes, you're going to need to see him to take a significant jump, and you're going to need to see Kuminga take a significant jump. Significant.
I honestly think he could play better than Clay has been.
Yeah.
I just think it all depends on how the players around Steph.
Yeah, and Steph, if they don't play good, Steph can't carry this team like he did 2 years ago. This is going to be
another 2020 season where there's just no one on the team.
And then they somehow get the number 1 and whatever.
Number 2, the number 2 pick.
Number 2 pick.
Wiseman.
And everybody was like, "Oh, it's over. Oh, Steph Curry."
Who's now a Pacer, by the way?
At number 13,
we have Jahlil Okafor too.
At number 13, I have the Jazz.
I have the Clippers.
It makes me so happy to say this.
I don't think the Clippers just don't really have the talent around to be successful.
Yes, Clippers is my number 14.
James Harden, I'm saying that James Harden's getting traded this season.
Yes, Clippers is my number 14. Once again, I'm saying you're relying on the health of a star. If Kawhi Leonard is not healthy, and he tends not to be.
Forgot about Kawhi.
If he's not healthy, you're done. Your season's over.
Yeah, for real. That's another big thing. Number 14 at the Trailblazers. Just a young team, very young team.
I have the Blazers at 15. So.
Yeah, I get the Jazz.
Jeremy Grant's going to eventually be traded to where? Maybe the Lakers. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
15, I get the Jazz. If we're going back to Trailblazers, they're just full of young players. I think if you develop these players, they could. This team can be really good.
You have a core there.
Yeah. Jazz. There's nothing really there. You don't really have a star. You have a bunch of, in my opinion, okay draft picks. You know what I mean? You can only do so much with that. Who do you have as your Eastern Conference champ, BT?
We're doing that next week. The playoff predictions next week.
Okay. Well, I did that anyway, but okay. I didn't go.
We're doing the awards.
Okay.
All right. I wrote him last year. It almost went all the way. I'm gonna write him again. No homo. SGA, baby. He's gonna win the MVP this year. He deserved it last year. Completely robbed of it by Nikola Jokic.
Yeah. I got Luca. I think if there's a year, I think it's gonna be this year. He's gonna put up good numbers. The Mavericks are gonna be the top seed in the West. I think this could be his year.
All right. You gonna go over your rookie of the year? Because I honestly,
Uh,
it could be anybody. The way how
yeah,
weak this draft class is.
my rookie of the year is Zach Edey. I just think he's gonna play a shit ton of minutes, and he's gonna be very good defensively. I think he's gonna put up similar block numbers compared to Wemby from last year. So I think Edey will win Rookie of the Year and put up impressive defensive numbers.
All right.
You probably have Dalton Connect.
I do.
I,
Just,
I, I he's probably second on my board.
just his
I'd say.
3-point scoring, his spacing with.
Yeah. He's a
LeBron.
scorer,
Yeah.
And he's
You
an
can run
experienced scorer.
like imagine how good this lineup is. I'll give you this lineup right here: LeBron, Anthony Davis, Austin Reeves, D'Angelo Russell, Dalton Connect. What does that fit perfectly?
Yeah, but
LeBron James is.
I also would want honestly Connect off the bench.
Yeah.
Just
But I
because
mean, if that's he's off the bench.
I get you.
But if that's a crunch time lineup, that fits LeBron perfectly. You have three.
I'm a big fan of Connects. He was a baller in college. He has a lot of upside as a scorer now.
One problem with him, he does need to improve his defense.
Yeah,
he might not be on the court that long if he does not improve his defense.
Yeah, which I mean, he's playing with two great defensive players in LeBron, and
he is playing with my defensive player of the year.
Davis?
Anthony Davis he's deserved it the last 3 years, and
I don't know. I say that.
I think it's like rigged against him. The fact that he didn't even get a vote is crazy to me.
Okay, that's crazy, but I wouldn't say he deserved it, especially last year. We can all agree that last year. What? That's an ugly looking dog. I think we all agree that Gobert did not deserve Defensive Player of the Year.
No.
Last year. I have Victor Wembanyama, who should have won it last year and will win it this year. So
shout out the Raptors. Actually, I just saw this. Did you see what uniforms the Raptors brought back?
The purple ones.
Yes, sir. That's fire.
Yeah.
They didn't bring back the right purple ones though. They needed the ones with the dinosaur on it. The one I have. My most improved player. He's playing for the Trailblazers. Recently traded. I think he's gonna be their leading scorer. Denny Avdija.
Dude, I could see it. But I didn't think there's too many mouths to feed on that team.
Yeah.
My most improved player is Jonathan Kuminga. I think he's gonna. I wanted to say Brandon Podziemski, but he's a soft.
I was gonna say Kuminga, but I didn't want to choose like an obvious answer. I wanted to be.
Well, I mean, I wanted to pick Podziemski, but he's a sophomore, so would it really be improved? You know what I mean? So I have Kuminga. I just think he's gonna put up way better numbers this year. He's gonna turn into number 2 because this guy was really good coming into the draft.
All right.
So
who's your 6th man of the year?
My 6th man of the year, I got Malik Monk. He should have won it last year. So assuming he stays at 6th man.
He was recently traded. His defensive abilities are going to win him the 6th man of the year.
Who? You unplugged your mic. All right, he's struggling right now, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I don't know who he's gonna pick.
Over your coach of the year.
My coach of the year. So I ultimately think my coach of the year will be, Tom Thibodeau from the New York Knicks. I think they're gonna have a really good season. Argument for him to win it last year, but I think this is a prime year for him.
He's the least liked coach in the NBA.
Yeah, but I mean, you can't deny he's a good coach.
Yeah,
Hall of Fame coach.
So back to my 6th man of the year. He was traded last year. Newest Thunder piece. He's going to be the sixth man.
Caruso?
I have Alex Caruso winning this
He's.
sixth
I think
with
he's
his
going to start
defensive.
though.
I don't know if he does whatever. I don't know. I don't know if you start him or not. Whatever.
It was kind of like my
He was
thing
one of
last
the
year,
he
though.
was one of the
Like,
betting favorites.
it's well, you want to know something? It's kind of like my prediction last year. I had Derek White winning it, and he turned
Yeah.
into a starter. So
Yeah.
I think that's what's going to happen.
And my coach of the year, if the Rockets really go and perform, I'm gonna give it to Ime Udoka.
Yeah.
Which would kind of be a crazy story. I mean, you have the story there. Fired from the Celtics. Your Celtics won the championship.
Yeah, I have to agree.
All right, let's do Lost of the Week real quick because I want to kind of watch the debate that's happening right now.
Yeah, and yeah, it's been a rough week for me the past couple of weeks with Locks of the Week. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
rough couple weeks, huh?
Rough couple weeks for Locks of the Week, but here we are once again with your favorite segment, Locks of the Week. BT won last week. I think what'd you have? You had 5.5 points. I only had fucking 3.5. Rough week. Rough. But yeah, what are your Locks of the Week, BT?
College football. I have a couple upsets this week. I have SMU upsetting Louisville. SMU looked good last week.
Yep.
They looked with Kevin Jennings. They look good.
Yeah.
And if they win, they might be 11-1 throughout the rest of their schedule because the rest of their schedule is not tough. I have Alabama over Vanderbilt over 22-point favorites. That's my one. Like you gotta have one. And then I have another upset. I have Michigan beating Washington.
They really had them as an upset?
Yes. At the time of locking this in, Michigan was a 3-point underdog to Washington.
That's wild. I mean, take it. Shit, Vegas is high, I guess.
And for my NFL, at the time of locking, the Bills were 1.5-point underdogs against the Texans, so I'm going to take the Bills to win that game. The Buccaneers, I have them upsetting a 1.5 points over the Falcons. And somehow the Jacksonville Jaguars are favored to beat the Colts. So I'm going to jump on that. The Colts are 3-point underdogs against the Jacksonville Jaguars. And I think
That's wild.
Led by Joe Flacco, maybe. I don't know.
All right. So my locks of the week. First of all, college football. I got number 9 Missouri, who was a 2-point underdog over number 25 Texas A&M. We kind of talked about that earlier. And then I kind of have 2 give me this week. I just need points, BT. You know, it's been brutal. I got number 21 Boise State over Utah State. Ashton Genty, Heisman frontrunner, by far the man.
The Pac-12 matchup.
What?
Pac-12 matchup right there.
Yeah. Then I got number 7 Penn State over UCLA, who's a 27.5-point favorite. Penn State's gonna kill them, hopefully.
Yeah.
See that now, but they're probably gonna lose. Fuck. And then I got from NFL, I get the Saints, who were a 5-point underdog over the Chiefs. Saints have been playing really good and really close this season with their opponents, and their defense has been really good. And Chiefs kind of been struggling. They're struggling against the Chargers, who really don't have an amazing defense. And so I just think that the Saints will take advantage of that. At the 49ers, who are 7.5-point favorites over the Cardinals. And then I have the Jets, who are 2.5 points underdog against the Vikings. Some possible points is 7.5. So, yeah.
All right.
But yeah, that's it. I mean, I'm excited for the NBA season. Football season has been awesome so far this year. Great games.
Not great for locks, though.
Huh?
Not great for locks for us, though.
Yeah, it's just weird. It's just a weird football week. You know what I mean?
It is. It has been a weird couple weeks. With that 2 weeks ago, all the underdogs is beating everybody.
Yeah. Yep. So I mean, it's just it's college football. What is it? What is the dude who posts the basketball? He goes the ultimatum of college basketball or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for watching, everybody.
We'll be
Episode
back
6
next
is in the
Tuesday
books. We'll be back next Tuesday.
for
Big
episode
college football week.
45.
Yeah.
My
I guess
number
technically,
45.
Yeah.
Representing the Titans today.
Yes, sir.
So,
Titans are going to beat TJ this week.
yeah,
pretty
fuck them
ugly.
Yellow Jackets. Homecoming.
Homecoming. Yeah.
Yes,
All
sir.
right, so that will end episode 6. Make sure you like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, comment any recommendations. Viewer of the day today, Jarrell. He didn't appear in a few comments section.
Did he?
Yeah.
Let's go.
But that will end episode 6, and we will see you again next week.